will produce a much better fat metabolism. And anytime you burn fat, look out, energy. AloeRed is an herbal wonder. When you start looking at the nutrition in the quality and the quantity and the perfection that has been blended, the synergy of emotion, it just helps to establish a much better sense of well-being, and it definitely promotes overall improved health. Feel better, look better, know you're better. What happens when you take AloeRed every day? You start removing the sludge. You can't have sticky blood. You can't have sludge. You got to get sludge out of the blood, sludge out of the colon. AloeRed every day. And whenever that happens, less toxins mean less headaches. And I promise you, if you do AloeRed every single day, you'll be telling me the next time I see you, I have a much better memory. My concentration level is remarkably improved. I can read and retain with the best of them. AloeRed, a cleaner, wholesome digestive system. And then on the last slide, we just simply talk about why Dr. Charlie takes AloeRed every day. It's in the power of that pure fruit nutrition. It's a perfect natural way to reduce your cholesterol as well as your inflammation, both C-reactive protein, homocysteine levels, all the inflammatory responses, IgE, and all that stuff. And you know what? If somebody really truly does have inflammation in the colon, irritable bowel syndrome can become a monster. AloeRed to the rescue. It'll protect the body from oxidative stress. This stuff is not only an antioxidant, it's a super antioxidant. And while you're protecting yourself from the rust, it'll boost the oxygenation of the blood. That means more oxygen to make you healthier. And you know that cancer is anaerobic. It only grows in a non-oxygenated environment. Put oxygen in the blood, much less chance of cancer. Prevents kidney stones. See, whenever you have a healthy colon, better bioflow, cleaner liver, your kidney will get word of it, and the next thing you know, a higher pH, a better, more wholesome, clean blood will literally begin to put the oxalates out of business, and calcium oxalate kidney stones become a thing of the past. It's a perfect way to alkalize the body. And I told you a moment ago, this is the stuff you use for acid reflux, for bloating, for GERD, for flatulence. It improves the liver, improves the bioflow. And when all that gets better, acne subsides, psoriasis improves, eczema, that's called atopic dermatitis, begins to wane. AloeRed will nourish the body with highly absorbable minerals, vitamins, enzymes, and last Monday night we talked about Glyconutrients 101, the 8 essential, powerful sugars, the polysaccharides. It's in the AloeRed. It's what we use to speed up the healing of the intestines. And you know that when you get a good wholesome omega-3 and omega-6, it'll literally begin to lubricate the digestive tract. Better blood sugars, lower cholesterol as well as triglyceride levels. Who would do good with the power of the pure fruit nutrition AloeRed? People with colitis, inflammation of the colon, flatulence, too much gas, too much bloating, GERD, gastro, reflux disease, bowel flora. Get the good in sync and get the bad on the run. Leaky gut syndrome, we mentioned a moment ago. You don't want those embedded toxins to get into the blood. Anybody with a maldigestive problem, anybody with a peptic issue, anybody with a spastic colon, anybody with inflammation, irritable bowel syndrome, ulcerative colitis, Crohn's, wherever the problem is, AloeRed to the rescue. We're very blessed. isXperia has the world's best complete detoxification system. No other cleansing system compares to AloeRed. Simple detox. It's made for everyday use, and it doesn't cause a habit-forming colon release. Too many things with senna and too many things with laxatives are habit-forming, not good for you. AloeRed is good for you every single day. So why should you take AloeRed every day? Because of the standard American diet. That's abbreviated S for standard, A for American, D for diet, SAD. AloeRed to the rescue. The power of true fruit nutrition. And all those testimonies we heard tonight on fucoidan, I can't wait to hear greater testimonies after they've been OPC plus for a while and AloeRed for a while. It makes a major difference in the bottom line.
Dr. Rouse, that's a great call on that. There's one thing that and we've got several questions, but I want to get to something before those. Something you said tonight sounded pretty scary to me. When you talked about the average person has 8 meals backed up in their colon, and that's pretty scary. Now, are we absorbing the waste or what's involved in that inside our body when it's just sitting there for days and days?
That's exactly right. And Jack, that's what causes food sensitivities, food allergies, many of the nasal congestions, lots of headaches, true sluggishness, and an inability to sleep. So think about it. Your body was designed by God to stay clean. And the maximum, you can't back up more than 3 meals per 24 hours. And if that stuff's not moving, if that stuff's not getting cleansed, you're in trouble. But AloeRed every day, and you know, people that take isLife will notice that, wow, that has an amazing ability in itself. So I'd scoop up the AloeRed and scoop up the isLife together, and that just puts back what has already begun to once you clean out the detox, you need to put back the refurbished, and that's a good way to do it.
Now, are there serious diseases when everything is putrefying in your body for days and days and 8 meals? Are there serious diseases that come from that?
Major things, and the first thing that once the liver begins to get fatty and congested, it'll get inflamed, and that's called cirrhosis. And once the kidney cannot be alkalinized, and you have a toxic kidney, that's difficult to get rid of because stones can occur. People with major arthritic syndromes, people with the degenerative problems, almost invariably have a balance of too much acidity and way too much toxicity. And you know, cancer has to be a toxic reactory to the human body. So what would happen if we stop a massive amount of toxicity? Would we nip the greater majority of cancers in the bud? Very likely.
Well, here are a few questions we had, and some of these I know that are off subject, but I know you get to all these. Libby wanted to know which products would help the body with gout.
The gout part, what we mentioned here today, when you raise the pH level to a 7.0 with AloeRed, that's anti-uric acid. But out of all the products that are in the family, isLife, the fucoidan, is a perfect example for reducing uric acid. So you could use either AloeRed or isLife or both together.
Right, a combination of both.